Look up, the sun, the moon, a tapestry of stars, once untouchable, now within reach. For millennia, space was a distant dream. Today, a new race has begun, not just of nations, but of all humanity. This isn't about flags or footprints, it's about reshaping our future, extending civilization beyond Earth. The stakes are higher, the players more numerous, and the ambitions greater than ever before. It's a race for resources, knowledge, prestige, and our place among the stars. Above us and in labs worldwide, a quiet revolution is unfolding. Old rivals and new upstarts, governments and private companies, are all looking upward, seeing opportunity, not emptiness. The goal: build new economies, unlock mysteries, and secure our species' survival. This is no longer science fiction. It's the defining story of our time. The energy is palpable. In reusable rockets, bold announcements, and the dreams of a new generation. The heavens are now a destination, a new frontier for human endeavor. The choices we make and the technologies we build will shape this new space age. We're all participants because its outcome will define the world for generations. Today's race has many finish lines: a permanent moon base, the first human on Mars, global satellite networks, and mining celestial bodies. It's a sprawling, ambitious endeavor. And it's happening now. The starting gun has fired. The race to 2030 is underway. Are you ready to witness history? To see where we're headed, we must look back. The original space race was a Cold War duel, US versus Soviet Union, each launch a show of power. The Soviets struck first, Sputnik, then Gagarin. America answered with Apollo and the moon landing. This was a sprint for a single prize, fueled by national pride and political rivalry. It mobilized nations, drove investment in science, and pushed the limits of possibility. But today's race is different. A global marathon with many players and motivations. National pride remains, but now it's joined by commercial incentives and the drive for sustainability. The goal isn't just to arrive, but to stay, build, and profit. The new arena is the entire solar system. Lunar bases, orbital habitats, Mars missions, and a space economy. Old rivalries echo, especially between the US and a rising China, but the context has changed. Now it's about economics and strategic advantage, like mining lunar water ice for rocket fuel or controlling orbital highways. Competition and collaboration intertwine. Yesterday's rivals may be tomorrow's partners. The spirit of Apollo is reborn, but for a more complex, interconnected century. The finish line isn't just the moon, it's a sustainable, shared future in space. The race is on, and history is repeating itself in new and unexpected ways. Who will lead this time? The answer is still being written. At the forefront are three titans: the United States, China, and Russia. NASA's Artemis program aims to return humans to the moon, this time to stay, with a lunar gateway as a launchpad for Mars. China's space program is advancing rapidly, lunar and Mars landings, its own space station, and plans for a lunar research base. Russia, with deep experience, is pivoting, partnering with China on lunar projects and developing new rockets, but facing economic headwinds. The moon is the new prize: scientific secrets, resources, and strategic value. The US leverages history and commercial partners. China pursues a state-driven, methodical approach. Russia seeks relevance through new alliances. Their actions in the next decade will shape humanity's map in space. The stakes: leadership, resources, and the future of exploration. The world is watching. Private companies are revolutionizing the space race. SpaceX, led by Elon Musk, has slashed launch costs and aims for Mars colonization with Starship. Blue Origin, founded by Jeff Bezos, envisions millions living and working in space, building reusable rockets and lunar landers. Other players, Rocket Lab, Sierra Space, Axiom Space, are carving out niches: small satellite launches, reusable spaceplanes, and commercial space stations. These companies bring innovation, efficiency, and competition, transforming space from a government domain to a commercial marketplace. Public-private partnerships let NASA focus on deep space, while companies build a sustainable economy in orbit. The result: more launches, lower costs, and new business models. From satellite internet to space tourism. The private sector is democratizing access to the stars. The 2030 space race is global. New nations are making their mark. India's ISRO landed near the lunar South Pole and plans to send astronauts into orbit. The UAE's Hope probe reached Mars, and Emirati astronauts have visited the ISS, focusing on science and collaboration. Europe's ESA and Japan's JAXA are key partners in lunar and Mars missions, contributing technology and expertise. This multipolarity creates a dynamic, resilient ecosystem for exploration. The Artemis Accords unite dozens of countries under principles of peaceful, transparent space activity. The future of space is a shared endeavor, reflecting the aspirations of all humankind. The next great discoveries may come from anywhere. The new space race is powered by breakthrough technology. Reusable rockets, pioneered by SpaceX, have slashed launch costs and made frequent access to space possible. Satellite megaconstellations like Starlink are connecting the globe with high-speed internet, transforming communication and commerce. Lunar mining is on the horizon. Water ice at the moon's poles could fuel rockets and enable deep space missions. Robotic prospectors and mining equipment are in development, turning science fiction into reality. Space tourism is taking off suborbital flights today, orbital stays tomorrow. The overview effect of seeing Earth from space could inspire a new sense of unity and stewardship. These tools are laying the foundation for a permanent human presence beyond Earth. The frontier is open for business, and for dreams. The next leap is within reach. Why does the space race matter to you? Space technology shapes daily life. GPS, medical imaging, and materials all trace back to space innovation. The 2030 race will accelerate breakthroughs in AI, robotics, and medicine. Control of space is becoming as vital as control of the seas. Nations and companies that lead will shape the future. The space economy could top $1 trillion by 2040, creating new industries and jobs. Most importantly, space exploration unites us, inspiring hope and a long-term vision for humanity. It reminds us of our planet's fragility and our limitless potential. The journey to the stars is a journey for all. The path to space is fraught with challenges. Space debris threatens satellites and astronauts. New tech and global agreements are urgently needed. Outdated space laws must evolve to address resource rights and liability in a crowded orbit. The cost remains immense. Ambitious projects require sustained investment and public support. Technical and human hurdles abound. Radiation, life support, and the harshness of space test our ingenuity. Missions to Mars will push the limits of engineering and biology. Only with innovation, cooperation, and resilience can we overcome these obstacles. The final frontier demands our best. The race is not just to reach space, but to do so wisely and sustainably. By 2030, the cosmos will look different. Humans will walk on the moon again, with science outposts and industrial experiments underway. Robotic mining on the lunar surface will be testing the path to a space-based economy. Satellite mega-constellations will provide global internet, bridging the digital divide. Commercial space stations will orbit Earth, marking a new era beyond the ISS. Space tourism will expand from suborbital hops to multi-day orbital stays. Mars missions will be in advanced planning, with robotic sample returns paving the way. Heavy-lift rockets will routinely ferry cargo and crew to the moon. This race is about more than competition. It's about humanity's future, survival, and unity. The cosmos beckons. Are we ready to answer the call?